everybody. Doing a game collection here today, gum chewing game collection. It is the NES Nintendo collection. It's a combined collection with my fiance and I, so it's mostly hers, but I got some in here. I believe there's 24 games here, so let's get started. The first one is a Quattro. Obviously, this is not Nintendo licensed, but it has Boomerang Kid, Super Robin Hood, Treasure Island Dizzy, and Linus Spacehead on it. It's got the little switch there. I think that's for like the channels or something. Channel 3 or 4. Next game here is Jeopardy! Junior Edition. We've played this a decent amount. We actually just got Jeopardy! Wheel of Fortune for the Xbox One. This one's easier because it's the Junior Edition, but some of the questions get simply tough. This is one I got at a garage sale. God, had to be 5 years ago. I think it was $2. Classic Concentration. Also made by Game Tech. They did like all the game show type games. Except the next one. This game's kind of cool though. You have to it's like a memory game at first, and then you're unveiling things like this, pictures like this, and you gotta figure out what it means. So, like the M plus the Cyclops would be my, and I don't know what that is, but yeah, these all equal something. They add up. You gotta figure it out. It's pretty cool though. This is a classic. I love this game as a kid, and I got it not too long ago. But again, anticipation. It's actually made by Rare. Nintendo's first video board game. It's kind of cool. You have like you have a timer, and like these things connect. The dots connect, and it forms a shape, and you gotta guess what the shape is. It's actually really fun though. It's a 4-player game if you had the connector for the 4. Nightmare on Elm Street. Pretty cool. It's like normal enemies at first, and then when it gets nighttime, enemies get harder. Freddy appears and stuff. You can go into the school. I think there's a graveyard and like regular houses and stuff. But if you had the adapter to hook up the 2 other controllers, was the multi-tap for the Nintendo, or was it something else? I don't know. Made by LJN. I'm trying to think. Was LJN the other Acclaim one? Because the companies weren't allowed to put out more than a certain amount of games a year, so they came up with other names. I'm pretty sure Ultra was Konami. I think LJN might have been Acclaim, or maybe LJN was just its own company, actually. That's probably what it is. Here's this would have been a black label, black box game, Pinball. Never played it, actually. This is hers. But this would have been an early title. This is one I got at a garage sale. Some of that just passed. Rad Racer. It's a classic racing game. Made by Square. Before Square and Enix merged. Way before Square and Enix would have merged. I want to say they actually had a few games on their own without being combined, even into the PS2 era, and then they merged in that era. Bobble. It's a cool little puzzle game. You can use two people and you gotta like fight to get things are dropping down in the bubbles and stuff. It's pretty cool. She really likes it. She always kicks my ass in it, but we haven't played it in a while. Another game I'm terrible at and I always get destroyed in. Dr. Mario has its manual and a slipcover. And, you know, it's the pills coming down and stuff, and you gotta combine them in rows and stuff. Similar to Tetris. I think that's in there. Here's a Jurassic Park. It's actually a really good movie game. It's actually pretty fun. It's like top down, and you use Dr. Grant. You gotta run around. And you gotta collect, I think, DNA strands, but you have to like get a passcode at some point. You have to pick up other stuff. And there's dinosaurs running around and stuff. It's actually really cool though. I got this for her birthday one year because she loves Jurassic Park. Here's another classic, Lemmings. I feel like they still make this game till today. Made by Sunsoft. I have not played this in ages either. Any version of it I haven't played in ages. Here's some classics. I got the next two for her birthday one year as well. Super Mario Bros. 2. A classic. This actually came with a manual, and it's in a little wrapper. Classic game. It's like a reskin game. It's like, what was it, Doki Doki Panic in Japan? They thought we couldn't handle the actual Super Mario Bros. 2 here. But it's a really cool game, actually. Each character has their own abilities. Like, you have Peach, and Peach can float. Luigi has a long jump. Toad can pick things up quicker. Mario's kind of just balanced, I guess, between all of them. Of course, Super Mario Bros. 3. Another classic, also has its book. These games actually aren't that expensive anymore. Even when I got it, I think this might have been like $12 with the case, then the case, the slipcover, and the manual. Full color manuals. It's classic though. It introduced the overworld. Actually, like Super Mario World on Super Nintendo better than this one, but this one's really good too. This was such a big deal when it came out. I remember it was in that movie The Wizard, I believe, before the game came out. So you kind of got a preview there, and like when it came out, it was such a big deal. I want to say I was in 5th grade when this came out. I'm trying to see if it has a date in here somewhere. I want to say it was 89 that it came out. It might have been 90. 90. It does say 90 in there. Super Pitfall. I haven't played this. This is another one of hers. Also has a manual. It's actually a pretty good sound. Like I said, I've never played this. I've played Pitfall before on the Atari, but not this one. I don't think I played this one. Maybe I have. Actually, yeah, it looks weird, I think. He doesn't look, I mean, he wouldn't look like the Atari version, but I don't know. I think the character model's a little weird. Here's a classic, obviously, Tetris. The kind of quintessential was a quintessential puzzle game. Still fun. Still fun to play to this day. I want to say it came out on the Game Boy first. Maybe not, though. And here's Tetris 2, which I really haven't played much of. But it is a little bit different. What do we got here? Adventures of Lolo. More puzzle games where you run around and you gotta like find keys and stuff. When this come out? I pretty much think this is the company that made like Kirby and stuff too, I believe. It's a cool game though. You gotta run through, you gotta get stuff, you gotta like avoid arrows and stuff and the different obstacles. I've not played this one, these are hers. But this is the second one. I would assume it's similar to the first, but you never know. It's another one, I got it for a birthday one year. Mario's Missing. It's kind of like a educational game, I suppose. But you're Luigi and you gotta find Mario. You go to like different areas, like towns and stuff. You gotta ask questions and solve little puzzles, like equations, I think, or something. 5 more left. Here is a Monopoly. It's another one I never played, but I would assume it's self-explanatory. Actually has the manual and this little poster as well, with all the streets and whatnot. I haven't played Monopoly the board game in a long time. I don't know if I've ever played a Monopoly video game. They still do make them. There's one on the Xbox One I always see on the store. It's another puzzle game, I believe. It's another one I've never played. She loves these kind of puzzle games, and Nintendo was just ripe with these kind of games. Mystery Quest. Like I said, I've never played it. It involves getting keys, apparently, and obstacles. 3 more. Tiny Toon Adventures, based off the cartoon. Also has a manual. I have played this with her. You use either Babs or Buster. I'm not sure you can use anybody else. Like Elmira, was it her name? Elvira or Elmira? Dizzy was the was Taz's like kid or the younger, whatever they were supposed to be. Buster, Babs, Plucky Duck, Dizzy Devil, Furball, Hampton, Go-Go Dodo, Shirley LaLoon, and Elliot. It was Elmira. And a bunch of meanies, Montana Max. It's pretty cool, just, you know, side scroller. Here's the second one with the manual. This one, I believe, is more of like, yeah, it's like you're inside a theme park. This manual is destroyed. I think it's more like mini games and side scrolling, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. I've not played this one. And the last one, another puzzle-ish game. The Programmable series, another Black Label early title. Wrecking Crew. I don't know if I think I played this one a little bit when I was younger. I'm not sure. She might have gotten this at GameStop back when they sold used Nintendo games still at GameStop. GameStop sold all that stuff up until like 2003. They had a lot too, man. I kind of wish I could go back and get some of this stuff because it wasn't that expensive. But those are my NES games and her NES games. But I want to do collection. I don't think I've showed just the NES collection on its own. And some of those games definitely were not in even the big video game collection, but like I said, my game collections will change constantly, so I could do one almost once a month and it would be different. Some games sold, new games acquired, etc. But yeah, thanks everybody for checking this out, and have a good day.